Hi friends, welcome to my channel Renu's Chalk and Talk. If you are new, please do subscribe to my channel, like, comment and share my videos with your friends and family. I thank all those who have subscribed my channel and who are watching my videos. Today we continue with the types of pronouns, and today we are doing fifth one, reflexive pronouns. Okay, reflexive. If you stand in front of the mirror, what do you see? You can see your own image, isn't it? I see I, isn't it? That's what I see I, or somebody is there. He saw he. Example, okay, that is the reflection, isn't it? Whenever we stand in front of the mirror, we can see our own images, our own reflections. Okay. Similarly, we have for each of the personal pronoun, we have some reflexive forms. Okay. For each of personal pronoun, we have some reflexive forms. What are those? For I, for example, if you take up subject personal pronoun, first person, singular I, what is the reflexive form? Myself. I, myself. You, yourself. Singular. Plural form, yourselves. Why do we use VS? Already in nouns, when we did singular plural, we learned the words which end with F or FE, the with letters, what happens? They change to VES, isn't it? So self, if it is in plural form, VES. Okay. Then we, ourselves. He, himself. She, herself. It, itself. They, themselves. So wherever plural are there, see ourselves, yourselves and themselves. They are in plural form. VES we are using. Okay, clear? Now, how do we use these reflexive pronouns? That reflexive pronoun word which you are using, it must match with the subject in the sentence. For example, if your subject is you, and then reflexive pronoun yourself must be there in the sentence. Whereas subject is you and you are using reflexive pronouns as an objective case also. This is very important thing. We are using here these reflexive pronouns as object. Okay, subjects are already there, I, you, we, all those, but we are using the reflexive pronouns as object of the sentence. This is the important thing we have to remember. So, first of all, whenever you attend an interview, the first question the interviewers ask, what is the first question? Introduce yourself, isn't it? This is the first and foremost question you come across in the interviews. Introduce yourself means there it is an imperative sentence. It is understood that subject you is there and directly the person is talking to you, so they just use introduce yourself means it is understood you introduce yourself. Okay, so you is the subject and they never say introduce you, isn't it? They never. It's wrong. So introduce yourself means you talk about yourself. You talk about you, they don't say. Introduce you, they don't say. Introduce yourself means you should introduce yourself. This is the first thing. Like we observe few more examples, then you can understand in a better way. I introduced myself to them. I and myself, that reflexive form only, based on the subject, whatever reflexive form is there, that only you should use. I introduced yourself to them, wrong. I introduced himself to them, wrong. I introduced him, you can write, but I introduced himself, you should not. I introduced myself. I introduced I, That is also wrong. I introduced me. That is also wrong. Then what is the correct word? I introduced myself to them. So we are using in such cases a reflexive pronoun, and reflexive form always it must reflect the subject. That's why the word reflexive pronoun. Is it not reflecting the subject, children? It is reflecting, isn't it? Myself and subject I. That's why reflexive pronoun. See some more examples. You have cheated yourself. You and yourself, isn't it? You have cheated myself. You have cheated himself. Wrong. You have cheated me. You have cheated him. In such cases, you can write. But subject, it must match with the reflexive word. And these are we are using in the place of objects of the sentence. Okay. We enjoyed ourselves in the picnic. We enjoyed in the picnic. With whom? We enjoyed ourselves. If you put a question also, you get with whom. I introduced to them. You introduced whom? I introduced whom? I introduced myself. You have cheated whom? You have cheated yourself. If you put a question also, whom only you get. She praised herself. She praised whom? She praised herself. She and herself. Suppose if my friend is there in the sentence, my friend introduced himself before my parents. My friend is there, then why should you take himself? Because my friend is third person singular, he. That's why we are using the reflective form himself. My friend introduced himself before my parents. The boy cut himself with knife. Again, the boy he, so he cut himself. The boy he himself. That is the word. Cut himself with knife. They hurt themselves. They themselves. Okay. This is the way you have to use these reflexive pronouns. Okay. Suppose if one is there. Just if one is there as a subject, then which reflexive form we have to use? One must have faith in myself, yourself, or himself, or itself. What you are supposed to use? Then one must have faith in oneself. Only we have to write not himself or herself. So only one, whenever one is there. So then you have to use oneself. Then these are some more pronouns are there, just like these words only, the same reflexive form only, but usage is different. They are called as emphatic pronouns. I am using in the same only, same type only. I am using these are emphatic pronouns, or you can separate them and make it six also. Emphatic pronouns. Emphatic by name itself, they emphasize something. The same words only we use even in this also, but they stress, they emphasize more, and they are not used here. In the previous examples, you observed that these words are used as objects, isn't it? But here we have separate an objective. Object is there, but we are emphasizing this. How? If you see the examples, you can understand. I myself prepared this dish. I prepared this dish. Even if you take out this pronoun also, there is meaning in there. But still, you are emphasizing, I myself prepared this dish. Usually, I am not good at cooking and all, preparing these type of dishes. But that day, I prepared myself. That's why you are stressing, emphasizing. I prepared. I myself prepared this one. Okay, so you are emphasizing on that. That's why emphatic pronouns. She herself attended the party. She herself. Okay, stressing on. She attended the party. Already we have an object. Dish is there, party is there, object separately is there. But still, you are using these reflexive forms as to emphasize them. Okay, but the same one only. She herself, I myself, the same form only we are using. That you have to remember. The cat opened the door itself. The cat, it you are using, so the word is itself. Stress is on. The cat opened the door. This is an object, the door is there. But you are stressing, means the cat itself did that work. That's why you are emphasizing on the cat itself opened the door. So these are the, you yourself ought to be blamed. You yourself, you are to be blamed. That is the common usage. But more emphasis if you are giving, you yourself ought to be blamed. So in such cases, you have to use emphatic pronouns. Okay, we do next one. Next one, reciprocal pronouns. Reciprocal means mutual action or mutual relationship. Means Ram fought with Sham. Sham fought with Ram. Okay, Ram fought with Sham, same action. Sham also fought with Ram. Then you want to connect them. Then how do you do? Ram and Sham fought with each other. The reciprocal, there are only two pronouns are there. Each other, one another. Each other always between two. Two persons. Each other always represents two. Whereas one another, many. More than two, many. Ram and Sham fought with each other. The two brothers loved each other. Ram gave a present, Sham gave a present. Ram and Sham gave presents to each other. Ram and Sham gave each other presents. Like that. Then one another. When do we use? Like that, each other, many examples. They loved each other. James and Mary loved each other very much. Okay. We should all love one another. Many. Okay. If many are there, we should all love one another. Like we are Indians, we should all love one another irrespective of our community or our language, our customs, irrespective of that, we all should love one another. The students congratulated one another. Okay, if only two are there, each other. The students congratulated each other. They congratulated, both of them congratulated each other. Okay, but many are there, then the students congratulated one another on their success. Okay, they insulted one another, more than two. They insulted. Whenever we use this word one another means we can understand that more than two. They insulted one another. Okay, then last one, indefinite pronouns. By name itself, no definite one. Okay, they do not refer to any one thing definitely. They do not refer to any one noun definitely. That's why they are indefinite pronouns. What are those? Anybody, somebody, everybody, anything, something, all, none. Many are there in this list. Big list is there. Both, either of, neither, either, neither, both, all are there. But let us see some examples. ABCD. What do you mean by that ABCD? Anybody can dance, isn't it? Anybody can dance. Anybody can play housey. Okay. Here it is a group is there. You just give the instruction. Anybody can play this game. Okay. Anybody. Because I am not pointing out to one particular person. You can play or he can play, she can play. I am not pointing out. It is to the whole, isn't it? Anybody can come. Anybody can join us. Okay, so in such cases, this is an indefinite pronoun we are using. This, somebody has stolen my purse. In our school days also, we learned the same example. Somebody has stolen my purse. Somebody, we don't know exactly. He, she, who stole my purse, I don't know. So somebody has stolen my purse. something is wrong with him, something is wrong with him, something is there in his hand, we don't know what is there in his hand, then we say something is there. He is not telling us something is there. Okay. And we all, many times we use this word, something is missing. Yeah, she dressed up nicely but something is missing, maybe the bindi, something is not there, so something is missing. In such cases we use all. All after, for all these, somebody, something, anybody, everybody, if you write, they are all singular words, even either, neither, none, all singular. But all, whenever you write all and both, they should be followed by plurals, like all are brothers and sisters, both of them are coming to my house. Maybe father and mother or uncle and aunt, both of them are coming to my house. Okay, then also you have to use plural because both means two, all means many. Then either of the team can win. Either of the teams can win. Either means all. Every time you have to remember either means two. Out of two, one. Either means out of two, one. Neither means again out of two, one only, but it's negative sense. Either in positive sense and means somebody can win. Neither of the teams can win means they don't win. So it implies the negative meaning. Neither means negative, either means positive. But always you should use only singular after those because you are talking about only one. Okay, none of them passed the exam. Many, but none. None is equal to zero. Okay, either and neither. You remember all means if 50 members are there, all 50, okay, 50 by 50 or 100 by 100, all members. Then either means only one out of two, neither also one out of two, but either in positive, neither in negative. None means zero, zero out of many. Okay, none of them passed the exam. 30 students appeared for the exam, but none of them passed the exam. In such cases, 0 out of 30. Okay, both means always two members, two of them. Okay, so far we have actually discussed or we have learned the types of different types of pronouns. Thank you all for watching my video.